So I'm sitting here, no bitches. I'm just kidding. Well, kind of. Not, anyways. Feeling very melancholy. It's 2:30 in the morning. I feel like I'm going crazy again. And it's probably just because I need to go to bed. And because these are the worst hours for me to be up. And speaking of which, I will do that right now. But you might be asking yourself, Liz, why are you going crazy? And that's a very good question. And the answer to question one, right there, is that I feel like no one understands. I feel like no one understands. And maybe it's just me. But I feel like that. I feel like life is just happening. And no one is doing anything about it. We're all just living in the routine. We're all just living in the routine of it all. And we go to work. We do our 9 to 5. We do, or whatever it is you have to do. And we're so busy with these things that if you took a step back, realize they don't really matter. And yes, I understand people have to work to get money and everything because that's the society we live in, but I don't think maybe it's not more about that. I think it's more about me and I feel like I'm not being appreciated enough. And because of that, when people say like, oh, I'm working right now, or whatever it is, or I have work, or oh, I have school, I don't know, what, not school necessarily, but whatever it is, or no, I have to wake up early in the morning, I don't know, not that, like, I don't know exactly, but or it's just like, I'm watching a video, something that's not important, and it's like, you can't put that, you can't stop for 1 second. You can't. I wish, for example, my mom or my dad or both took the day off to spend time with me. My dad doesn't take off work. Never. Not even when he's sick. It's really bad, actually. And my my mom, she takes off work to go to Disneyland, and stuff. But I think if I were to say, Mom, take the day off and let's just go to the beach, she would say no. Even if I told her in advance, I feel like she would still say no. And that's what's painful, is that if I said, Mom, let's go to Disneyland in a month, but take off work, she would say yes, because something's in it for her. And it's that she likes Disneyland. And I'm not trying to paint my mom as this bad person. She's not. You know. My dad doesn't take off work. He didn't take off work on the day of my sister's graduation. He made it. He got there. But we had to meet him there because he went to work first. It's things like that that I don't quite understand. Maybe it's the naiveness of me. But I don't understand it. I just think that I don't think that there's really anybody that like that sees me for who I am. And that's so funny because I said that in my head before I said it out loud, and then I said, is it that other people don't see who you are, or is it that you don't see who you are? Because I was having a conversation with Oliver about my relationship with Adam, and it's so funny because I never really wanted to talk about it in detail because there were things I never wanted to admit to myself about, or admit to anyone, I guess, really, because I was ashamed in a way. But I was talking to Oliver about my relationship with Adam, and Oliver asked me about myself in terms of self-love. And he said something that felt good, kind of. He said, I wish you saw yourself the way other people see you. And going on, and he listed things that, you know, were positive, obviously. And then, I guess in that moment, it made me realize that people do see me. But I guess it's also like, you see these things about me, but you don't appreciate it. Not talking about Oliver. I think Oliver is very appreciative of me. But I just feel like the more prominent people in my life are not very appreciative of me, and maybe I'm not entirely appreciative as I should be of them, but I feel like I try. And as shitty as it is, I think, and I'm like, maybe if whatever. And I think, for a second I was going to stop myself from saying what I want to say, but I'm going to say it. I do. I think if I killed myself, or if I got injured really bad, or if I died somehow, whether it was I killed myself, I was killed, whatever, that people would really be like, damn. They would self-reflect on their relationship with me, because that's a normal part of that people do. When someone dies, they reflect on their times and whatever. And I think people would not like how they treated me. And I think I feel like I try to think that about in like current times. For example, my dogs, when they bark, I have 5 dogs, and when they all bark, it's really annoying and it's really frustrating, because it's really hard to shut them up and they're loud. And I get so frustrated, and then I think to myself, would I rather have this, or would I rather them not be alive? Especially with my dog, he has like around a year to live. And I think I would rather much have that, and be appreciative of that I can hear, that I'm hearing my dogs, that they're alive, and they have the ability to bark. And it sounds so stupid, but it's true. And I know that there's hurting myself isn't gonna, it's not really gonna make, or it shouldn't be the way to, like, why should I hurt myself in order to have people realize that? But I don't know. I suppose it seems like it's the only way sometimes, because I think about it, and I think about when I was in rehab, when I was in the psych ward. And it seems like during those times, or right after, the people in my life are like, whoa, maybe we should appreciate her. And then it fades over time. But I feel like I constantly think all the time about if I'm being appreciative enough of the people in my life. I had a friend's mom pass away. So every time now that I look at my mom, I think, even if she's mad at me, I think, well, I am grateful that I have my mom. Even if she's yelling at me, because I'm fortunate enough to have her here. And just don't get it. guess part of that I've also been thinking about too, because I feel unappreciated by Adam. I feel unappreciated. In the same way that I wish my parents would take off work to spend the day with me. Not at Disneyland, not making phone calls on their phone about work, but doing something together. Simple. It doesn't have to be crazy, but I just wish that sometimes when I had asked if he could call off work for one day, that he would. Because to me it's one day, and I feel ignorant. I feel ignorant because I know it sounds bad, because it's like, well, some people have to work, people need money, people, you know? And I guess I would understand that if he was living paycheck to paycheck and whatnot, but it hurts. And I think me I think it's funny. I haven't texted him. I haven't called him. I haven't sent him TikToks or anything since Monday morning, maybe. Can't remember. Not gonna lie. Monday. It was Monday. And Monday afternoon. And it sucks because I want to be mad. I want to be mad at him for what feels like giving up, or how he gave up, it feels like. And I don't know, the way it all unfolded. It's funny too, because I have a friend who I think broke up with her partner recently, and said that they had fallen out of love with the other person, And I had gotten internally, I didn't say this, but I had gotten a little something in me for a moment resented her. Not resented, but suddenly was I had a distaste in my mouth. And I knew why. It's because I am on the other end. And she was asking me about, how are you staying friends with Adam? Like, how do you do it? And I told her what I thought, and I was like, you have to work on it, blah, blah, blah. And which is true. And I told her, though, don't get me wrong, there are days where I think about her and I question whether it's the right thing for me and whether I'm making a healthy decision and blah, blah, blah. And I told her, I said, don't be upset, or, no, I didn't say don't be upset, but I said realistically, it's not up to you whether obviously, it's because she wants to continue having her partner in her life, but her partner doesn't want that unless they're dating, but they don't want to date anymore. So it's like, okay, well then they're not going to be in each other's lives, whatever. And it's kind of like, well, you don't get to choose whether your partner wants to be in your life. Your ex-partner, I guess, wants to continue being in your life, continue being friends. And I don't know. And it's shitty because it's like, I don't know. And I just feel like the fact that I have continued being friends with him am I detached compared to when we broke up and everything? Like, am I more detached? Yeah, absolutely. I just think that given that I am putting in so much effort, I'm putting in effort I feel like I'm putting in a lot of effort into the relationship. Because I told my homie who, same thing, I told her, I said, you have to put in a lot of effort, both of you. You have to agree to put in a lot of effort, but especially her partner. Because for the ones who fell out of love, I'm not saying that's not hard for them. But if you don't have that, I don't know how to explain it. To look at the person that you fell in love with and to know that they no longer have the same feeling, it's not a very good feeling. And I just feel very alone, because right now, alone and unappreciated is the best part. Right now, I haven't texted Adam. I haven't called Adam. I haven't replied. And he hasn't texted me. Which I'm assuming is because he's like, well, I'll probably give her space. And I feel like after all this time though, he should know that I don't want space. Whenever things like this have happened over the years I've known him, I never want space. I want someone to show that they care by messaging me, reaching out, making it known that, hey, I care. And so it's like, do you not know me? Do you not care? If you need the space, well, why? I don't know. So I'm kind of waiting. I'm kind of waiting to see how I feel. And part of me doesn't want to... Well, actually, I'm not really planning on reaching out. I'm tired of doing so much. I'm tired of doing so much and I just feel like there's no way that, there's no way that he's giving me his, everything that he can. And I know that he is not at 100% capacity. I know that. And I'm not either. I'm not saying that I am. But regardless, if I'm not, and I'm not saying that I give 100%, all that I have, 24/7. Is not what I'm saying. But in terms of any relationship, whether it's familial, friendship, whatever it is, doesn't matter. I feel like I make it known that I'm really trying to give you my 100 million %. If not, I'm trying to give you anything that I do have. And right now, you know what? Right now, I think if I sent a text to my closest people and I said, do you genuinely 100% think that I appreciate you to the best of your abilities? I feel like they would say yeah. And maybe that's fucking biased, and probably is, and probably all of them are just gonna be like, no. But I think if a lot of those people asked me that question back, I might not feel the same. And I feel bad for saying that, but that's what I think. I feel like if my dad texted me that, I would say, I don't think you know what, I don't think I'm very appreciative of my mom and dad enough either, so but I think to the best of my abilities, actually. yeah, but still. Um, and I guess it's very different when I talk about non-familial relationships, so like friendships and whatnot, and anything else other than familial. But it's different when I talk about things pertaining to Adam, obviously, because I was romantically involved. And he was a person that knew me in other ways that no one else did. And so I think it's worse feeling unappreciated by a person who knows you in such different ways. I'm trying to think, and I'm trying to think, and I'm trying to think. I feel loved by Ada Mari, my neighbor. I love her. I think she feels loved by me, and Sam I haven't spoken to in a minute, and I don't think, right as it stands, I don't think she feels loved by me. But I also think that since it's very hard for her to open up emotionally, and for her to be really, 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 really vulnerable with me in the ways that I am with her, I guess that it's hard. Because I feel like she doesn't appreciate me enough. Maybe she feels I don't appreciate her enough. I don't know. Frida, I think she appreciates me. Do I feel loved by Ada? Yeah. Do I feel loved? Do I feel loved by Sam? Yeah. Do I feel appreciated by Sam? No. Do I feel loved by Frida? Some sort of, like, because we're still just starting to be friends. Do I feel appreciated by her? Absolutely. Do I feel appreciated by Adam? No. And do I feel do I feel loved by Adam? No. Right now, I don't. which is why I'm trying not to reach out, because I'm so tired of making such an effort for those who will not reciprocate, or to which it does not feel reciprocated, or I have to beg you or beg anybody. I don't want to have to kill myself over it. I shouldn't have to ask to be appreciated. I didn't even take the medicine yet. I think that's my cue. Before I go, let's see what the cards have to say. I have these oracle cards, and sometimes I pick one, a random one, just to show you. Close my eyes, and I just pick one from the deck. And this one, and to see what it says. I mean, I read what it says because maybe the universe is trying to tell me something. It's uniqueness. I accept my own nature. Change me, divine beloved, into one who embraces my own uniqueness. Let me accept my own nature completely, knowing it too is divine. May I love myself as I am, not as others say I should be. Well, it's trying to tell me something. It's trying to tell me something. I feel like I look crazy in this video, and I feel like part of my feelings will be invalidated because it's probably 3 in the morning now. I'm mentally ill as it stands, and so it's like, well, yeah, you're not gonna feel okay, but I feel this underlyingness of it all during the day and stuff. And I feel like now is just the only time I can express it. It's not gonna make sense to any of you. But hopefully, one day, it'll make sense to somebody. Because as much as self-love, as good as it is, you can only do so much. I'm human, and humans are all about connectedness, and right now I think I feel very disconnected. But have no fear. You just go to sleep and try again tomorrow. Good night, Liz. I love you.